Good morning. It is 6:51 a.m. on Thursday, May 31st, 2018. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. Whew, I didn't get enough sleep. I've been trying to get up earlier and failed today. Although I was up late-ish for so many levels. Although that was a good session. Some exciting stuff happened. We didn't have all the players, which is a little sad. But at a certain point, we've already missed a couple of weeks in a row. So it's a challenge with that sort of thing. I want to say, like, not I want to go officially on record. Um, but I've increasingly started to recognize how lucky I've been to have a campaign go as long as we have, just because a lot of campaigns don't. Largely because it is so difficult to get, adult humans with aligning schedules. And so the fact that we've been able to keep this campaign going is really special, and I'm very grateful. But I think part of that does require, trying to keep it moving along a little bit even when we can't get everybody. Because otherwise it can just start to lose momentum and stops being a priority. Anyway, it was a great session, and I'm happy that we did it, and some cool stuff happened in it, and it was a perfect illustration, without spoiling anything per se, of how one tiny little homebrew rule decision in the heat of the moment can turn out to change the entire course of the battle. Um, and yeah, so it was a good time though, and and then I was up late, and so now I'm tired. I definitely. Oh, the other thing that I was planning yesterday to talk about is that I've decided, as an experiment, because that's how I live my life apparently, is doing random experiments with things, that I've always had a problem with sweet tooth and regulating my consumption of sugary things. And so this is not likely to be a permanent thing necessarily, but at least for the immediate, indefinite future, I have decided to cut sugar out of my diet, period. Not moderate, because that's where I run into trouble, is that I don't moderate well. So I'm going to try to just cut it out altogether where I can. This primarily, at least for the time being, does not going to be like searching the ingredients for any sign of any sugar at all, so much as cutting out entirely the things that are just for being sweet. Candy, ice cream, things like that. And, trying to not compensate by getting sweeter versions of other things either. Not putting sugar in tea, for example, which I usually don't anyway. But so we'll see how that goes, just because regardless of anything else like a number on a scale, I do know that I could be at a healthier weight. And one of the big problems is eating too much sugar. So I'm going to try this for a while and see how it goes. Yep. Um, it's I kind of made the decision on the spur of the moment. And I mean, it's not like the reason that making a spur of the moment decision like with something like this is that, you have to capitalize on those moments of inspiration for something like this, because it's not like it's a rash decision that could have negative consequences, because what negative consequence could there really be, right? I mean, if in theory I was able to just permanently cut those things out forever, that would still probably be a positive thing, right? Anyway, yeah, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, hopefully this is not going to be the sort of thing where 1 week from now I will have already caved, but we'll see how it goes. I think the other thing to keep in mind, and I have to remind myself of this too, is that if I have a momentary failure where I eat a piece of candy or something, like that doesn't mean that the whole thing has to fall apart. I do struggle with that in these types of experiments, is that like anytime I get into routine, a healthy routine, I'm good until it's broken and then it just falls all apart. Not good at moderation or resiliency, but we'll see. So in the meantime, I will talk to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes.